All right, guys, before we get into the next game, I just wanted to kind of show you something real quick. I have a trade offer here. Um, I'll show you my kind of who I've signed and who I can't sign, and the reason why I'm doing this. For the record, I don't want to get rid of Chop Robinson. I don't. He is 30 years old. I'm not going to be able to re-sign him. He wants to stay and everything like that, but I figure while I have him now, I may as well get some value back for him. So I have this trade up here. If I can do it, it would be spectacular for me anyway. So it would be Chop Robinson for Ben Osgood, who's 22 years old. His cap hit's very small. And I think he's got 3 years left on his contract. And probably an option because he's a rookie. 3 or 4 years left plus an option. So I've got this guy here for a long time. And he's a 77. He's either a rookie or a second-year player. He's very, very young, and he can be my tight end of the future. J.C. Gilbert, same kind of deal. He's a pass rusher, but he's in a 34 defense, so he's going to be a pass rusher in my defense, and he's either going to be a backup or a starter. And he's only 22. Again, he's got 4 years left on his rookie contract, so we're doing okay money-wise with those two guys. And if I can get 2 first-round picks out of it, that would be absolutely incredible. So it would be Chop Robinson would go get his money that he can't get with me, and I'm replacing him with another young player, getting a tight end of the future, and I'll show you why, and 2 first-round picks. So let's continue with the trade. Let's see if it goes through. If it does, I'm doing well. Trade is declined. Okay, cool. So let's try to get like a second-round pick. Let's try to get a second-round pick. I had a feeling the first-round pick would be a little bit too much. Let's grab that. Let's just do first and a second-round pick, which would be fine. Trade declined. Okay. Let's just do the 1 first-round pick. Oh. Okay. All right. It's the tight end. The tight end's good. All right, guys, we're getting there. Sorry, my dog's barking. My wife's leaving, so he was barking. I guess that she was leaving. Hey, come back here. So we do have the worst case scenario. We have a second-round pick. That we can get. This is it the same draft? No, it's not. There's a different draft. Let's see if we can get this. Trade is declined. Okay, so I want to get as much back as possible. So we'll try to get a 4th-round pick. If we don't, I'll try to get another second later on or something. Trade accepted. Okay, so cool. So we have Gilbert and Osgood, a 2nd round and a 4th round pick. I'm happy with that. I was just happy with the 2 young players and getting rid of the contract, to be blunt. Me, in reality, running an NFL team, this is kind of how I would do it. I would get as much value as I can out of these guys, and if they didn't want to take less money to stay, they can go somewhere else. Like, not to be mean, obviously, but you got a cap to kind of live on under. So anyway, the deal is done. Osgood and Gilbert are on the team now, along with a 2nd round pick and a 4th round pick. We're doing okay draft pick wise. I use the draft to fill in blanks and stuff like that. So let's see what we got as far as player wise here. So let's put Bolden. I think I gotta put someone on the I have one more. So I'm gonna put Bolden on the practice squad. Yeah, so I'm gonna put Bolden on practice squad, and then we'll figure out what we got as far as how the other players go. We have to convert what's his face to a right end, and we'll be good. You're going on the practice squad. You're only 21. I don't think he'll ever do anything for me, but I can't put him on the practice squad. Oh shit. I don't want to get rid of him because he's going to be my second tight end. I don't want to use a draft pick for a tight end. I honestly don't. And I do need him because I don't have any space. So let's see what else we got as far as players we can maybe just cut. Maybe McAllister. That I might cut McAllister. I don't want to. I don't want to cut that big guy. I have to keep the other guy just because of the. Let's edit him. He was a single number coming in. He was at 8 at the end, so we can do. Is our 98 available? Yeah. Okay, he'd be 98. His physique. These guys coming in, they're too small. Look at that. So you got to give him a little bit of, get a little big old arms, yeah. Let's give him apparel. They always come with the same goddamn helmet. Yeah, they come with Jesus Christ. All right, headgear. We're gonna change that headgear. Change the headgear here. I might cut this out here, but there was one I had in mind for him. Where the hell is it? Where was it? Hold on. That's not bad for him, actually. That's not bad for him right there. There we go. I gotta put him at right end. Yeah, I gotta put him right in. There you go. So that's a perfect fit. That's a perfect fit for him. Box, linebacker, Hurd, McAllister. I kind of don't need McAllister. If I cut Campbell, I'll probably lose money, which I don't want to do that. I don't have enough corners to cut. Shit. I'm gonna have to outright cut this guy. Fuck, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Maybe I can just trade Madden. Huh. Maybe I can trade Madden. Just get rid of them while I have value. And I'll have three tight ends. I won't have to get rid of Bolden. The problem is I'll still have to get another one next year. Either way, I'm going to have to get another one. What am I going to draft pick for him? Let's see what we got. Let's just see. Let's just see. Let's just see. Anyone really need a tight end for this? If it's green, I'm probably okay. I don't think I'll get a first round pick for him, but I need to get the cap space or not the cap space, but the spot on the roster. And to be honest, I don't want to cut either one of those two guys. Well, I mean, the linebacker, I guess I could. The problem is I just need depth. I need depth. Let me see my depth. I might be able to just cut that linebacker. I don't want to keep 4 tight ends, but Eaton, Campbell, Donald, Hurd, McAllister, and Fox. So we have a starter and a backup at each position. We have a starter and a backup at each position along with Campbell. We can cut McAllister. McAllister we can cut. Okay. That's the guy to cut. There we go. And we freed up 920,000 in cap space. Okay, good. All right, so good. All right, now we got to redo our roster, but right end's now going to be Boston. Obviously, he's going to be. I might even put Gilbert in. He's young, just build him up. Boston, I just extended. I'll show you. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you who I extended real quick. This is a longer video than I expected it to be. To be tied on to the next thing. So George, the left guard. I'll show you. I'll show you who's not signing. I'll show you who's not signing. Madden, I'm not signing, obviously. So we're going to withdraw the offer. Levine, we can't sign. He's too expensive. I don't have the space. Let's see, I've got 3.2 million left. I don't have the space. Hitchens, he doesn't want to stay, and I'm going to be overpaying for him. He can go. Clark, I wanted to keep Clark, but I just can't. So we're going to have to let him go. Jackson, again. Oh, I might be able to keep him. No, I gotta get the kicker. Fuck. All right, never mind. Jackson, I gotta save that room for that space for a kicker. Benson, which not a big deal, but I do need to probably draft a running back next year. Sanders, I just got to get him signed, and then Molden and Weaver we'll accept the options on. But so those guys are going. Unfortunately, Madden, Levine's a guy I really wanted to keep, but I just can't. I can't pay. Look at his cap hit's going to be over $30 million. Hitchens was a good value. I just don't have the space. Clark was fine. His value was fine. Jackson, I would have loved to have kept, but that's things like that can't have. So right now it looks like maybe like defensive tackle and running back or something in the draft. So anyway, let me show you I'll show you the players I did sign, and I'll tell you where I signed them to, just so you see what my thinking was. Because I had 103 million of cap space. So the first guy here is, let's just go up here, Dale. I extended Dale. I gave him a 2-year deal because he's like 30 years old or 31 years old. So I gave him a 2-year deal at 23 million, which I thought was a pretty good deal for a guy for being 95. Yeah, he's 30 years old. So I gave him a 2-year deal. I paid the shit out of him. I'd like to keep him a Dolphin for life. Hopefully in those 2 years he goes, his numbers go down. He's not as expensive. So Dale was extended. I know the guard. The left George I extended. George. He was one of my expensive ones. 4 years, $19.5 million a year, which is fine. I don't mind signing a premier inside guy like that. Who else did we sign? Oh, Callan, the outside linebacker. Callan was extended 4 years for $25 million a year. Typically, people in this position who are as productive as him, all the other guys I've had in the past wanted over $30 million. So I got him at 25, which I think is good. Plus, it's a few years later. So I think I got a really good value out of him for being a premier player. Donald, this guy here, 56. You see him making plays everywhere. I actually extended him, believe it or not. This is the best contract I've ever signed anybody to. He's only 25. He's an 81. He's very productive in my defense. I signed him to 7 years at $10 million a year. So I got him for less than half the fucking price of Callan and 3 extra years. So I've got him for 7 years at $10 million. Donald's going to be a Dolphin for life. Who else did I sign here? Oh, Boston, I extended him for 4 years at $13 million a year. I don't know if he's going to be my starter or not. I think Gilbert has maybe the potential to be my starter and keep Boston as a main backup, but we'll see what happens there. I think this year I'll keep Boston as my starter. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. That's a tough one. Eaton, another linebacker. I think he's an outside linebacker. Yeah, Eaton. So I signed Eaton at 6 years. 6 years at only $5.5 million. So I've got some really, really good young linebackers there for a very long time at a very good price. So I'm doing okay at linebacker. I don't have to waste draft picks on a bunch of linebackers. I probably will eventually draft one, but I don't need to prioritize it. And left guard, Patton. I extended Patton. I know he's older and he's not that great, but he was only $3.5 million, and I signed him for 2 years. And then I'll sign the kicker. And then I'll accept Molden and Weaver. Molden, the running back, and Weaver, the defensive tackle. I'll accept those. So we're losing some big players, but we've also kept a lot of these big-time guys, and we do have some good draft picks still. Yeah, so we have this right now with the second pick of the draft, the 24th pick of the draft. We can absolutely fill in some needs. We have 2 4th-round picks this season. We're doing great as far as drafts this year. So now the future drafts, we just have our normal picks, which is fine. But you know me, I'll make a trade somewhere. But so the health of this franchise is pretty good. If I can manage, I think there's going to be a quarterback in the draft this year to draft, and I think I'll draft a quarterback, and he's going to be good. It's a guy from out of Florida State. So I might get a quarterback at the second pick, bench him for a year, sit him for a year, and then when the other guy's up for contract, just let him go, let Claiborne go, and then keep the rookie quarterback under a contract for 4 years after that, and then I can keep the nucleus of this team together and really do some big things. So anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed the intro, and let's play the Jets again.
Back in week 1, the Dolphins won a blowout in their previous game against the Jets. Can New York even the score? Find out next on EA Sports. From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. 1 play, 10 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murphy going to try the right side, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
Here's Murphy again. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Murphy trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Murphy running straight ahead. Bulldozes past him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Murphy. And some room to roam now. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 48 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here that's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. Boom. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Boom. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 39. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line.
Well, looks like our trade guy's coming into play. Let's see how he does.
He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Now a give, right side. Russell. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Russell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Looking to throw. Boom. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Back to throw now on first down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. 7-7, our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the
new tight end, baby.
The Jets 17-yard line.
I think I'm going to change my defensive ends, the new defensive ends number. I got too many 50s out there. I think I'm putting like 91 or something.
They got this sense. They might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
They'll go with Murphy here on 1st down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5. They run again here with Murphy. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now here's Murphy. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He hasn't had a ball touch the ground yet. 8 of 8 throwing it. Perfect so far, including the touchdown on the last drive, you remember, as they begin 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Boone. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now a give, right side. Russell, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he... up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Dolphin football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Fucking great. See my center just fucking bowling people over.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The Dolphins at 2-0.
Let me tell you something. The best decision I made on this team was, there's two of them. Manage the cap by getting rid of my quarterback. And also just keeping this offensive line. Just keeping it going. Paying the shit out of them. You don't get rid of a lot of the guys, and just keep drafting in case they have to leave. And just, I mean, my running game is like unstoppable. My 2 running backs, it's fucking crazy.
They'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 15. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Slant pass, Griffin's got it. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up third down.
Back to throw again. That is caught. Boy, shifts past him. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 30. That gain on third down, good for 28.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Russell. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up fourth. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sanders' kick is good.
Yeah, I was going to go for another play if I said fucking kick the field goal, but yeah, I should have waited more.
24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught here by Griffin. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Boom. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Delay of game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Boom. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The rookie's first pick, baby.
They're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They run with Murphy to begin the drive. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Second down and 3. On the handoff, it's Murphy. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run left with Murphy. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 24. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
All right, yeah, that looked a little bit weird. Sorry, I was kind of tabbing in and out. For some reason, my software updated. Hold on, let me pause what I'm got to go on in the background. My software for my for uploading videos and stuff, my software updated now. Like when I tab out, everything slows the fuck down for some reason. It never used to do that at all, but I think this update's kind of fucked up. So anyway, I was just kind of checking on my Kazan video where it was at as far as where it was uploading.
In addition, they need to
so when I tab out, it slows everything down. So that slowed down. Sorry if it didn't. Just disregard.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Boone. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
They run again with Jackson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Back to throw. Boone. He finds his man, complete. That's Griffin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Boone. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They run on first down with Jackson.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope that.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
From the gun on 3rd down. Boom. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the... And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there is really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
95 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Now a give here to Murphy. He'll get this up to about the 44.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
And this offense on 3rd down today can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to stop him short on 3rd and 6. Only pick up 4. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Boom. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Griffin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there. A first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So the Jets now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:50 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Boom. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Boom. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Here we go. This
It's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Miami set to take over.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
So it's a win for the Dolphins here, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for Miami, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Let me tell you, man, that was a great game because the people that I traded for contributed. My rookies, both of them contributed. They were productive. We didn't have any picks or anything. Yeah, man, I thought I had 100 yards of him. I guess I didn't. Whatever. Yeah, Osgood was my center, my tight end of the future, 6'4", 260. You can't fucking beat it. Athletic, he's just, you can't beat it. Offensive line played fucking awesome. Weaver's second-year guy or third-year guy, beautiful. Buchanan, first-round pick. No, second-round pick. Hitchens got the sack. Donald got a sack. Gilbert, J.C. Gilbert, who's the guy I just traded for, and a rookie, got half a sack, which is beautiful. Dobbs, first-round pick, got his first interception. So anyway, yeah, it was a good fucking game.